Hello YouTube, this is 55,555-ish with another deck. This is my junk Doppel deck, and I really like this deck so far. I've play tested a bunch and I really like it. It's just really cool and innovative, and it's just really awesome right now. So I'm going to go explain some things and get to the deck with you right now. So first, 3 junk Synchron, sorry. This card's like one of the hearts of the deck besides the Brisk Dragon. And this card combos really well with Doppel Warrior, and it just helps you pull off a lot of plays to get out Shooting Star or possibly Techgenius Hybrid Cannon really quickly. So drawing this is always a really good thing. Next is 3 Doppel Warrior. A lot of people run 2. I like running 3 because you need Doppel Warrior in your hand in order to pull off the plays. And then sometimes I might side out 1 game 2, but I like 3 Doppel Warrior. 2 the Brisk Dragon, just a really good card. You run the Plant Engine, so go for Black Rose, maybe nuke the field, or maybe activated special ability. Or maybe go the Brisk Doppel, the Brisk Doppel, and then maybe another level 2 or something, or some tokens. Get out Scrap Dragon, blow up the tokens. You don't really lose anything except for the token, so the Brisk Dragon is really good. And for the Plant Engine, I run Glow Bulb, 2 Lone Fires, 1 Dandelion, and a Spore. The Plant Engine's just those 5 cards. You don't need Titanium or anything because your big Synchro monsters usually just take care of the rest. So there's that. You run 2 Card Troopers just for milling. I don't run the Raikou thing in the charge because that's too much milling, and I always have bad milling luck a lot, so I always end up milling like my trap stuns and stuff. So I just run Card Trooper because it's a good draw engine too. 1 Sangan for searching, searches out your junk, Doppel, or anything really important. And for this is my own little twist on this deck. I run 2 Caiuses. This card will make more sense later when I get into more things. But I could also tribute the Doppel tokens later if they're lingering on the field and just get the pluses off of Caius. Run Gores for protection. 1 Tragodia for the same reason. I can also adjust his level to any level I want in the grave. Any monster level that's in the grave. And sometimes I side him out game 2 for anything else I might not need. And then 1 Effect Veiler. This card's really good this format. It just wrecks a bunch of OTK stuff and it just stops a lot of play. So maining 1's really good. And then for the search magic cards, I got Tuning, search out Junk Synchron, Rhoda, search out Junk Synchron or Doppel Warrior, Allure. This card's really good in this deck. Like maybe ditch the dead Caius in your hand, or maybe the Gores or Tragodia, or maybe you have extra Doppel Warriors you don't need. This is a really good draw card. Same with 1 for 1, maybe ditch the Caius or anything you might not need in your hand, or the Dandelion, get tokens. This card searches out for Spore and Glow Bulb, so I like running this. Foolish Burial, just to speed things up a lot. Just you want to pull off your combo as quick as possible, so this card really helps out with that. Dark Hole, staple, destroy all monsters. Trunade, gotta clear the field. And then another card I like that I'm running right now that's my choice is Mark of the Rose. I really like this card because this deck could put the Plant Engine into the graveyard really quickly. And when I've been playtesting with this card, it's like never dead to me. Like I was always able to use it. And this card's really good. It's like a change of heart in a way. It's just a game changer. All you have to do is remove a plant in the graveyard, and this card's just a real good card for me. Mind Control, I have a lot of tuners, so I could just take something and synchro for something. Monster Reborn, staple. 2 Pot of Avarices to recycle everything. Scapegoat, I run this because of the tokens and protection. And then another card I'm running right now that you won't see a lot is Fires of Doomsday. The reason why I like this card is because it's quick play, so you could set it. It won't get trap stunned, so you might be able to protect yourself. And then also, it summons 2 Fires of Doomsday tokens, level 1 Dark, 0 attack, 0 defense. And they can only be tributed for a Fiend monster. And look at that! Caius is a Fiend monster. So I love comboing with this card. I could activate at the end of my opponent's turn, get the 2 tokens, and then tribute for Caius and remove one of their things. It's just a really good combo. It also helps out if you don't have Doppel Warrior, possibly with your Junk Synchron play too, so I like running Fires of Doomsday. And then for the traps, I only have 5. Solemn Judgment, staple. Trap Stun, just to stop all their stuff. Call the Haunted, and Limit Reverse for Reborn. So that's the main deck. For the extra deck, I run Hybrid Cannon, really good, the best level 12, actually maybe probably the only level 12, but it's really good, negates a summon. If you could summon it and protect it, it is a beast. Shooting Star Dragon, staple in this kind of a deck. You want to usually go for this card, the first thing, to protect your stuff, and then maybe summon Halberd Cannon later. Mistworm, I do not have Trishula. Once I get Trishula, I will run Trishula over Mistworm, but for now I just run Mistworm. Scrap Dragon, really good in this deck. You spam a lot of tokens, so a lot of things to destroy with Scrap Dragon. Colossal Fighter, I run it because I run Armory Arm, and I could possibly do the Armory Arm OTK, so that's always an option. Stardust, staple. 2 Black Roses, I've thought about running an Iron Chain just in case I might run the problems, but I usually have level 3s in the graveyard, so Black Rose Dragon all the way. It's just better in every way than Iron Chain. Brionac, level 6 monster, the only one I run. Summon him when I need him. I usually don't go for 6 a lot, but when I do, but I always can, and if I need him, I will summon him. Magical Android. Once Hyper Librarian comes out, I will replace Magical Android with the Hyper Librarian. I ordered one, and I'll be getting it, so this will be Hyper Librarian later, but for now I run Magical Android. Junk Warrior, broken with the Doppel play. Get a 3100 Junk Warrior on the field with 2 tokens. Catastor, staple level 5, Armory Arm, just because level 4, and the Colossal OTK possibly. And then 2 formula, you don't need 3, just 2 just works just fine. So that's the extra deck. And for the side deck, I run one more Effect Veiler just in case. 2 DD Crows for the mirror match or anything that uses the graveyard. This card's still really good. 2 Puppet Plant, I love using this against Sams and Gravekeepers. And possibly E-Hero Beatdown, just take control of their monster. And the fact that he is also plant combos better with Market or Rose later. Just more targets, and I won't have to remove possibly my Spore or Dandelion. MST, the thing that kills this deck is probably Rivalry of the Warlords or Gozen match, so I run the extra back row. I'll side this in usually almost every game too, just for the extra destruction of back row. Nobleman, Gravekeepers, anything that sets, possibly Worms, since they're getting popular with W Nebula. Burial, usually what people will do is side Chain Disappearance, and if they Chain Disappearance my Doppel Warrior or something, I'm in a really bad situation, so I need to run this in order to get my stuff back. System Down, I run this over Cyber Dragon, 1, because I didn't have the space, and 2, I think it's better. It removes all machines in the grave, not only in the grave, but the field too. It's just really good against Machina, so they can't bring back Fortress and stuff. So I like this card. And then finally, I got Chain Disappearances. This good against Fish OTK, Samurai, Formula Monarch. So it's really good. You drop it, you wreck them. And then 1 Full House. I really like this card. I don't know why people don't run this. I use it against anything that uses a field spell, like possibly Gravekeepers or Dragoonides. Because what you could do is, they already have the face-up card for one of the requirements. Maybe you chain a magic card like Fires of Doomsday or something. Then you chain Full House and maybe destroy all of their back row. I just really like this card. Plus their field spell gets destroyed. So I just like using this cards against Gravekeepers and possibly Dragoonides. And then finally, 2 Malevolent Catastrophes. A hard matchup for this deck is Light Gemini Beatdown, since it's just all about getting rid of monsters basically. And stopping you from making your big plays. So I just like using this because they attack, I blow up their back row, so it makes it easier for me to summon my stuff. So that's it. So that's the deck. Tell me what you think, and that is it for me. Peace out.